questions here that fit right into some of the an alternative question that we formulated as part of this. So I'm going to read the question that we formulated because it addresses. There has been an increased discussion regarding zero lot line setbacks within certain urban zones. Do you believe that this is an appropriate strategy for the development of a downtown? And if so, what would you say to those opposed to it? If you do not think it's an appropriate strategy, would you recommend a more suburban approach within a downtown setting, and why?
Well, in certain areas, yeah, it's appropriate. You know, think of Main Street. Main Street is a zero lot line area. You have window shopping so that you can walk up and down Main Street and see in the stores and the storefronts and the restaurants. As you kind of wedding cake out of a downtown and it becomes more suburban, I think you have to take a look at those areas and see if there is flexibility in that area. You know, our downtown is changing very fast, very quickly. When I grew up here, our downtown was very, very small and very, very tight. It was basically between Fruitville Road, Ringling, 41, and 301. It's growing. We as a community need to decide how big we want to make our downtown, how big we want our downtown core to be, if you will, how big we want that centerpiece of the wedding cake to be, and have it cascade down towards the neighborhoods. You know, I'm not somebody that doesn't appreciate compatibility with a downtown running up into the neighborhoods. That's important for a community. But I do want to have a downtown core that is lively and vibrant, and I do think that having the storefronts on the sidewalks and on the Main Street and the areas that surround Main Street, I think, encourage that.
Thank you.
You know, building up to the street, I mean, obviously, you know, by definition, urban feel. The downtown core and Bayfront, let's be clear, the city's 26 square miles, give or take a couple of hundred yards. The area that most people seem to be concerned about is about 0.6 of 1 mile. The county is 720 odd miles square. I don't know why everybody is so bothered about what is happening in a relatively small area between consenting adults. There's nothing to stop anybody living in a suburban area. There's nothing to stop somebody living out east. There's nothing to stop people not coming down here. When I was a kid, I used to go up to London and see all the big buildings, and I thought it was exciting. I thought it was fun. Now, do we want 400-foot high buildings? No, that's a horse of a different color. You block out the sun in the Sunshine State. I don't want to see that. But as to building up to the sidewalk, what's that versus what? Putting a couple of bits of grass between there and there. Hagen mentioned it about parking. As far as I'm concerned, you know, we've been talking about this an awful lot because somebody's made it the narrative. I honestly, genuinely can't see it when we've got homelessness, we've got pension budget deficits, and we've got all this other stuff. How this becomes top of the agenda, whether one building is or is not 15 or 20 feet back. We will get sued if we mess with people as far as the code is concerned. And if you take 15 feet laterally, so to speak, they're going to try to go vertically. And then you'll be sorry, because then you won't be able to see anything. So on balance, I prefer it up to the sidewalk than I see 400-foot high buildings.